All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. It is dead on global right now, isn't it? I mean, it's kind of dead on Dokkan in general right now. We are desperately waiting for heroes to come out where we actually have some content to go over. But right now we do have a little bit of content, which is the new ESBR stage on global, which is indeed movie heroes. And just like artificial life forms, this should be incredibly easy. You face movie boss enemies, so you better be bringing easy A Tech God Goku. You could run these guys as the lead. You can bring one of my MVPs for Super Battle Road, which is this guy with the stun all enemies. If you've got the Gammas, bring them. We've got Bird Coup. In terms of alternatives, you could bring these guys. You can float them as long as they get the additional. They're working even better. Use an item after their super attack. They should do well. You really want to bring the ROF blues, by all means go for it. Personally, I probably wouldn't. I'm not gonna lie. We even have the likes of, who else do we have? Oh, speaking of strength piccolos, if you do have the side banner one, he's a good shout to bring with you as well. If you really want to go down the easy route or the quick route, you could bring nuking items and bring this guy with you and just completely just landslide the whole thing. You have some options. You have the easy year 3 LRs. You have these guys, even though they're quite underwhelming. They should be fine in ESBR, you know, if you need to, and for the coverage. Maybe pop a Whis or an Icarus along the way as well, just to be safe. You've got some of the better units in the game here, but unfortunately with movie heroes, it does start to drop off a tiny bit in terms of like the quality. But as long as you kind of have the main heavy hitters, you could be, or not even could be, you should be good. So don't forget to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and let's get into it. Yeah, we're facing movie boss enemies. We're facing movie boss enemies. Easy A Tech God Goku is just going to be chilling. He's just going to be chilling. We also have one of the Gamma 1s on the first rotation as well, which is mine. We're going to do this. We're going to do this because you can literally just tank everything in slot 1, which is why you're here. We try and get the stun with Go tanks. Just basically try and stun as many enemies as possible, and then my Gamma 1 can super and then take about what, 5 attacks and have himself fully brought up already in turn 1. I'm not gonna lie, even though the quality kind of drops off a little bit on the movie heroes category, as long as you have easy A Tech God Goku, already you're in a very good position. Already you're in a very good position. How many stuns are we gonna get? There's 1. There's 2. Ah, damn. There's 3. Actually, you're dead. And there's the additional. This is why this guy's the MVP. He's also got time limit support as well. So if you do bring the year 3 easy A Gogeta, the Tech Gogeta, they will be getting support from him as well. They're all stunned. If you have this Go Tanks, trust me, he is a Super Battle Road MVP. Bring him. Bring him. Especially if you are lacking in some of the heavy hitter units. Definitely bring him. The stun all, the built-in additionals. If you have dupes as well, you could hit another additional. Trust me, bring him. Bring him. The only annoying part is that because everyone's stunned, we ended up not being able to build up my Gamma whatsoever. That's kind of the only downside is everyone was stunned, so Gamma didn't get hit, but that's fine. That's fine. And of course, you've got the year 7 gods, that easy A Tech God Goku rotation, and the year 7 gods, the year 7 blues just kind of makes itself. It just makes itself. This is another one that if you have the heavy hitters, if you have like the big boy units, you should be able to like do this relatively easily, probably with no items. This is definitely going to be one of the easier no item runs. Definitely should be one of the easier no item runs. 2 great slot 1 units if you have Gamma 1, easy A Tech God Goku. Gamma 2 next to Gamma 1 with the additionals within the 4 turns. He's going to be built up after like literally 1.5 turns technically. He's going to be doing a bag of damage. If you have dupes, could be hitting an extra additional, hitting a crit. Then you've got easy A Tech God Goku chilling in slot 1 because you're facing literally movie boss enemies. There are going to be kind of like the minions, like we're literally facing Turles and like his army, his force, whatever you want to call it. So the other enemies can actually still do damage to the easy A Tech God Goku. So you actually do want to be kind of careful with that because, as I said, literally you are facing movie boss enemies. but their kind of minions are there with them as well. So I'm guessing when you face Bojack, you have the whole Bojack squad with them. I'm not sure who the other enemy you face in the second fight is, but they probably have his kind of like lackeys with him as well. So you want to be careful with that, because they can actually catch Tech God Goku's. Of course, they don't fall under being, you know, they don't fall under being a movie boss. So Tech God Goku is good for this, but the little minions, the lackey enemies, can catch him with some damage on super attacks if you're not careful. So you may want to use some items here and there when it comes to Easy A Tech God Goku. I know that sounds incredibly weird, because usually, of course, against movie bosses, he's, you know, he's tanking for nothing. Like, he literally doesn't take hardly any damage against them whatsoever. But yeah, considering you have to worry about the minion enemies, you kind of want to be a little bit careful there. That's something I didn't realize until we kind of started the fight. But you want to be slightly careful with that. Who's the next one? Slug. I'm pretty sure Slug would have, I can't remember their names. It's been too long. Yeah, these guys. It's literally been so many years since I've seen any of the Dragon Ball films. Like, literally, it has been years. I mean, while we're still waiting for Gamma 2 to come on the rotation, this is still a good turn. Literally, we're going to be tanking very, very, very well. Goku's going to super first, which means he gets the stack once he takes one hit, which he's actually only taking one hit in slot 2. He's going to have that extra defense as well. Yeah, you do that. Gamma 1's got guard. He still took 232k, but he still needs to build up his passive, but that's fine. He's pretty much going to be built up literally after the next attack, after he supers. Actually, no, he should already be built up. No, because of the new update. Yeah, no. This Gamma 1's rainbowed. He still has some potential, unlike mine with the one dupe. He makes mine look pathetic. He still has a little, he still has a little bit to show. 7.2 mil isn't the max he's doing. And then if we really need it, which is definitely going to help, you know, item runs if you're going for them, is of course Birdcoo's revive. And then of course he gets his guaranteed guard. Yeah, that was a good turn. That was a very good turn. We are getting hit twice by Slug in slot 1. Okay, here we're gonna have to use an item again, just to be safe, because again, you know, we are facing Slug, who's of course a movie boss. However, we are taking 2 attacks from the minion enemies. So I think the 80 was the right move. 4.6. Oh, we must have got the rainbow keys first for him, and then got a decent amount of orbs as well. Oh, and the additional Easy A Tech God Goku popping off. Even got the seal off, even though he's dead. Doesn't really need it. Sealed again. Slug's not super attacking. How much is this going to do? Oh, maybe you don't have to be as careful as I thought. To be fair, he did super twice with extra defense from the Aether. He is also level 10 links, but that's not doing too much for him defensively. But maybe you should be fine. Maybe he will take not as much damage as I thought. But yeah, man, it is dry on global right now. Like, I lost my cumulative login streak the other day, and it was, I can't remember how long it was, but it was long. It was long, you know what I'm saying? Like, global, I mean, Dokkan in general, it is dry right now. Like, there's nothing going on whatsoever. We're waiting so desperately for the Super Dragon Ball Heroes crossover celebration to start, man. Global is dry right now. Like, I feel you guys. Like, there's literally, like, next to nothing to do. Oh, she's stunned. Damn, okay. This may be done here. She's stunned. 10 mil, damn. That's what happens when your Gamma 1's rainbowed and fully brought up. 10 mil attack stat. I still like mine with the one dupe, but the 10 million attack stat is nice to see. It's nice to see. But yeah, global is just dry right now. It is barren. Like, there's just nothing going on. We've got the world tournament right now. Like, world tournament is just cheeks. Like, so cheeks. Then, you know, literally, there's just, I mean, we're getting a few SBR and ESBR stages here and there, but other than that, nothing. Nothing. The Resurrection F Blues, to be fair, after using them in Red Zone, literally just against the Mega and the Mega only, have kind of already been power crept. Like, their damage output just isn't enough. You don't have time to build them up. A dupe is like actually necessary for them to thrive or somewhat perform well. And I guess hardly any of you probably would have summoned for them anyway. Like, I just did it just because it's kind of like a Vegeta unit that's winning, because the exchange. I like the animations. I didn't really summon for them in terms of quality, if I'm being completely honest. If there was no discounts, I probably wouldn't have summoned whatsoever, I'm being honest. You know, then you have the Easy A for the Angel Golden Freezer, and wow, I do think it's true that not every single Easy A, I mean, we know this now. As I said, you need to drop your expectations if you think this is the way. But we know when it comes to Easy A's, not all of them are going to be absolute gods and, you know, be perfect and amazing for the hardest content in the game. Like, that's not Dokkan's plan with Easy A's. So in terms of how good he is, I mean, he's good for ESBR, especially if you're facing superclass enemies. Like, he's really good. Like, in the ESBR video, he done really, really well. Especially because we decided to keep the superclass enemies alive so we could keep the additional attack and defense plus 100%. But outside of facing superclass enemies in ESBR, yeah, no, he does not cut it. In the harder content in the game, he does not cut it. In Red Zone, he's not good enough. That 100% attack and defense is sorely, sorely missed. Like, he really needs that and relies on that a lot. So, you know, a kind of mediocre Easy A, not the best Dokkan Fest drop-in. This celebration's been dry, man. Dry. I mean, we got the Easy A for the free-to-play LR Vegito Blue, which I'm currently working on. And he's pretty good. I know he's pretty good. And, you know, we got a new SBR stage, a new ESBR stage, but yeah, no, man, it's dry on global right now. It is dry on global. We need that Super Dragon Ball Hero celebration soon, which, from what I saw on Twitter yesterday, should be here in a few days. Should be here in a few days, about 3-4 days. 3-4 days now. We just gotta hold on a little bit longer, guys. We just gotta hold on just a little bit longer, and we've got it. We're there. We've just gotta hold on just a little bit longer. And then there'll be a bag of content. Loads of free-to-play easy areas, Easy A's for some very good units. And I really do hope and expect their Easy A's to be very good. You know, we've got SJ3 Xeno Goku. The Supreme Kai of Time should be getting one. To be fair, I say them two as like the marquee ones. I think all of them probably going to end up being very good. You know, we're getting Dokkan Awakenings for the SSJ4 Gohan and Bardock. You know, the summonable units are looking dope. You know, Limit Breaker SSJ4s, Hearts. Who else is there? Oh yeah, the Golden Meta Cooler and also Janemba Reconstructed. Super Dragon Ball Heroes Red Zone, which I did not see them doing. That's hype. But yeah, man, just a few more days and we're getting a bag of content. We're getting a bag of content. I highly advise. Don't go all out. Don't go balls deep. Just maybe slightly grind World Tournament just to get yourself some extra stones. I know that's not the most fun thing to do in the world, but some extra stones won't hurt. But there we go. Movie Heroes ESBR done. As I said, it's going to be one of the easier stages you do, especially if you have like the better, big boy, harder hitting units like the Gods, Easy A Tech God Goku, and the Gammas. But there we go, it's done. As I said, a few more days, guys, a few more days, and we're getting a bag of content from one of the hypest celebrations in the year. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video, guys, and peace!